When it comes to tires, bigger tires, the Jeep Gladiator is definitely superior to the Toyota Tacoma.
Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. So what am I talking about? How is the Jeep Gladiator superior to the Toyota Tacoma in there when it comes to wheel and tire setup? Well, let me show you. First of all, let's take a look at my wife's Jeep. And look at all this distance. This is a 295 55R20 tire. Well, tire and wheel setup. And look at all this room in there. Now, granted, we did replace the bumper with the Rubicon style bumper, so we don't have that extension on the front. But still, look at all the space back here, and look at all the space up here. I mean, you could put a tractor tire on here if you wanted, right? Now, let's go out here and take a look at my Gladiator. Now this is a stock setup, right? Her Jeep in here, of course, is lifted. This Jeep, this Gladiator, is not lifted, so everything is stock. And the tires on here, let's see, they're a 245 75 R17. So, nothing huge, granted. But, look at the space on here. I mean, again, this is a stock setup. Look at the room up here. And this is what we're going to focus on here in a minute. But look at all this space, right? We're never going to hit anything up here. Lots of room up top for taking bumps and divots and things. And then in the back here, plenty of room there as well. No space issues. Now, down inside, we don't have that nasty UCA sitting here to hit, right? Look at that. Look at all this room. I mean, I could practically live in there. So we don't have any issues with that. And by the way, if you can see the bump stop down there, check out that bump stop. Look at all the distance between where it would hit the bottom of the bump stop and the top of the area it would hit down there. It's just huge. Now, let's get the Tacoma down here where we can take a closer look at it. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Go ahead and set you guys down. We'll lower this a little bit here so we can actually see what I mean. Okay, it's always a production when you have a lift, right? But anyway, let's squeeze through here and take a look at the setup here. Now, obviously, there's plenty of room up here. No big deal there, right? When we get inside, and it's going to get a little dark, you can see you've got the UCA here. And there isn't a ton of room. I mean, look at that. I can fit my hand down in there, but there's not a ton of room there, right? Looking here at the back, again, remember what we saw in the Gladiator out there. Look at the space we have here. I mean, it's right about my hand width or so, something like that. Let's run out here real quick for comparison's sake. And you can see the difference between the two. Look at that. I have almost a whole nother hand's width there. Now, let's take a look at the front side here. Obviously, we'll throw my hand in there again. You guys can see the distance there. Pretty good amount of space. Let's take a look at the Tacoma in here, and I'm going to try to get my hand in there for you guys. You can see it's right about on the edge there. My hand barely fits in there. You guys can see there. I mean, it's hitting right there, right? And that is what I'm talking about. You know, I don't have a UCA problem. We've got a decent enough offset on the tire that we don't have that issue. But I'm hitting in the front. When I turn or have a severe dip with a turn, I'm actually hitting right here. We don't have that problem with the Jeep Gladiator out there. Even if I had these bigger wheels and tires, or tires rather anyway on there, I wouldn't have that problem. I mean, look at the gap. Look at the distance there. It's huge. So, kudos to Jeep, I guess, for setting the Jeep up in such a way, and it's kind of inherent to the Jeep. I know, they're two different animals anyway, right? But still, the Jeep is set up in such a way that we don't have to worry about that. You know, I can add bigger wheels and tires or whatever I want to do along with the lift and not have to worry about having the space in there to be able to accommodate them, you know, and that is a huge benefit. if you're into modding and adding bigger wheels and tires and doing the lift and all that. Because I've had to screw with this now for, I don't know, ever since I had the red Tacoma, my 2018. It's always some little issue that creeps up. So kudos to Jeep. Jeep is by far superior with their setup, their design, when it comes to wheel wells and being able to add larger wheels and tires. Love it. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Have you added larger wheels, particularly tires, to your Gladiator and ever had any trouble? Even if you didn't lift it? I'd be curious to know. Also, if you're interested, and you haven't before, check out my other channel, Rob Motive. It is all about my 2020 Tacoma, my trials and tribulations with the Tacoma back there. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.